You have a list. It's not written down. It lives in the back of your mind. The call you need to make, the project you should start, the conversation you keep putting off, the boundary you need to set. You tell yourself it's not the right time, that you need a better plan, that you're just being realistic. But that feeling isn't laziness, it's a signal. Most people think fear is a stop sign, an emotion to be avoided or conquered or ignored. But that's not quite right. And the real reason you avoid these things is far more personal than you think. Because the resistance you feel isn't random. It's a spotlight, and it's pointing directly at the thing that matters most. This pattern has a name. Behavioral psychologists call it the avoidance relief loop, and it's the hidden engine driving your procrastination. Here's how it works. You think about doing the uncomfortable thing, and you feel a spike of anxiety. So you retreat. You check your phone or open the fridge or decide to do it tomorrow. And in that moment, you get a hit of relief. That relief is a reward, and it trains your brain very effectively to do the same thing next time. It's a perfect trap. The short-term solution to anxiety becomes the long-term cause of your stagnation. You're not lazy, you're just caught in a loop. But that's only half the story. And honestly, what comes next is even stranger. Because why do we avoid these specific actions? The answer isn't just about comfort, it's about identity. In 1978, psychologists Stephen Berglas and Edward Jones at Princeton ran a clever experiment. They gave students a logic test, but rigged it so some would succeed purely by chance. Before a second, harder test, they offered the students a choice of two drugs, one that would improve performance and one that would hinder it. The students who felt they had succeeded by luck often chose the drug that would hurt their performance. They were building an excuse in advance. If they failed, they could blame the drug, not their intelligence. They were protecting their identity as a smart person by sabotaging their own success. This is called self-handicapping, and we do it all the time. We don't start the business because if we try and fail, we're no longer the person who could have been a founder. We don't have the hard conversation because it might shatter our identity as a nice person. Your brain isn't just avoiding discomfort, it's avoiding an update to your own story. It's protecting the person you are right now from the person you could become. But there's another layer to this, and it might be the most important part of all. Of course, this isn't about ignoring real danger. Your brain's alarm system is there for a reason. This is about the other kind of fear, the quiet, persistent avoidance of the things that will make your life bigger. And the way to break the loop isn't with a huge act of courage. It's with a tiny lever, a 60-second fear test. First, name the action you're avoiding. Second, shrink it to the smallest possible step that still feels a little uncomfortable. Not write the book, but open a new document and write one sentence. Not have the talk, but write down the first thing you want to say. Third, do it now, before your brain can negotiate. This tiny action doesn't conquer the fear, it just proves the fear is a bad predictor. It's a small crack of light that shows the monster in the closet was just a pile of clothes. So here's what's really happening when you feel stuck. Your brain registers a meaningful action as a threat to your identity. It creates a feeling of fear or anxiety to make you stop. When you avoid the action, you get a hit of relief. That relief trains you to keep avoiding it. It isn't a character flaw, it's a system. The only way to break the system is to stop trying to feel ready, and instead, take one tiny, uncomfortable step forward. Every human being feels this. Every person you admire has a list of things they are quietly avoiding. The difference is learning to read the signal. The fear isn't a wall. It's a compass needle trembling and pointing north. It's showing you the direction of your own growth. And the cost of ignoring it isn't just staying where you are. It's the slow, quiet fading of the person you were meant to become.